And failure. I remember days when I never had shit, just what I was wearing, a few dollars, that's it. I never wanted to paint my life like it's tragic, but at some point me and God gotta come to an understanding. What the fuck, where we at? It's Big Ab just in front of Pac. My shit, I built it and no one can take away from that. We get it gone, you know we getting packed. Can't give the streets to my son, that's game for some of you cats. Rule number one, don't have the rules cause suckers live by codes. Survival's different, gotta work hard to stay off that road. And how you living when the price is in the sky? Folks need to help us work together for a better life. On my own in the darkness, and I never wondered why. Never run behind, try and hide. Little by little I'm working, but my pride is working against me just every time. How I grow, nobody knows until shit we losing control. Let's get it. Only time I feel good, I drink, I'm under the weather. Truth be told, most these days have been running together. Looking down at empty bottle, I ain't got no memories. A new year, them old folks gone, ain't new shit to me. My brain ain't any better, man, my habits are worse. Catching that the facts, 2021 was the worst. Too many times I sat on the bench putting on for the turf. Even if it ain't my time, you know that shit is deserved. How you fight for emotions when you're trying to get noticed. Defining the fine line, start finding your focus. But when you look at the timeline, no lies on the surface. Most won't admit the timing is perfect, so get it right. Who you think that you talking to? Hosted mega events, won battles and roasted fools. Same guy at 20 with a couple 100,000 views. Wish I could say something for the other side, but I ain't proud of you. Get it right.
I was wondering why it wouldn't work. Are you podcasting now?
We're cruising on the west side. Hustling to get right.
Oh, that's legit. Let's go.
It's cherry apple lemon candy kush. It's potent. I'm out here just to get mine.
Let's go.
Moving money is the fifth time. Feeling funky how we get.
No, I don't know. My coworker got it for me, dude. Because I was talking about it today, and he's like, "You're really not gonna play it?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't fucking have it." He's like, "Well, if I buy it, will you play it?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, fucking bought it, dude. Go."
Chat, what up with y'all, man? We're gonna get started in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Tacos were taking a little longer than normal, but Gemini was on his way home right now, so stay tuned.
We'll do some more scenes later on too. Yeah, I'll probably stay up for a minute. Stay up for a minute, play some fucking games for a little bit, hang out with my girlfriend.
We're cruising on the west
No, I'm not gonna get her this game. This game's way too hard, bro. If I give her this game, she'll fucking quit video games altogether. No, I think I'm gonna go controller. I'm looking for my cord right now. I don't think keyboard and mouse would be too good for a hack and slash. I don't really like hack and slash.
I heard it's a better idea just to run with the controller, bro. Alex was popping. Julio was popping. What's up with y'all, man?
Yo, I can shoot you that online link now to that store, bro, if you want to buy the fucking iPad.
Yeah, send it over.
Well, I gotta grab the link tomorrow from my boss. But my boss told me today before he left, he's like, yeah, I'll get you that link. He's like, but you just give that link to people that are in town. And yeah, you'll get it. You'll get everything. Babe, I can't wait to start fucking getting more cords from the what's it called? I'm gonna buy us
iPhone cords?
Yeah, well no, it's like the USB-Cs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I never have them when I need them, and I always have them when I don't need them. Yeah. Fucking annoying. But no, I'm about to get like a whole like fast charge, the supercharging shit. Like I'm gonna get me and my girlfriend this like little dock that you can dock 2 phones on and charge wireless.
That's tight. Yeah, that's hella tight.
There's speed chargers, and then it comes with a couple other things. So I'm gonna wait. I think not this week, but maybe next week. I'm gonna get me and my girlfriend the 2 iPhone 13 Pro Maxes. And I'm gonna do 2 of the Apple Watch Series 7s. I want to get the forest green one, dude.
So fire, right?
It's fucking super fire, bro. They're super sick.
Yeah, Apple Watches are where it's at, dog. Don't sleep on Apple Watches, y'all. They're fire.
If you don't lose them.
Yeah.
But I don't think people are like me, idiots.
Lost in my thoughts, 6 a.m. got here fast. Shit, life's been quiet, I need the problems back. Back to 8 a.m., you know I'm up and at 'em. Not trying to love myself when she loves my fucking habits. Funneling life, there's no way you started past it. It's 1780 every night when I'm running rampant. Who could it get better when they barely getting past it? Most of these folks came and gone, but they never lasted. Who am I to talk, bitch? I really failed plenty, but I would give a shirt off my back if I had any. I'm in the prison, I'm in the jail, just to get me back to the old me. That was never the deal. Take it back to the OGs where they never get killed. Better get chilled and ride out the rest of the wheel. Anytime that I'm jumping in the studio, about to light up. Gonna need a few more bottles before the night's up. Yeah, we're talking on the chat. Is that okay with you while we wait? Yo, guys are so funny. I'm doing that on purpose, bro. Guys care about talking. Whoever's watching this right now can listen to us talk for a few minutes while we wait as my man sets up. I've said that 2 times. Watch out, fucking Sally, fucking. What's a scallywags? That's what I wanted to say. I don't know what the fuck I was trying to think of. Fuck, bro. Let us live, bro. Let us fucking live over here, alright? We like to do things cool, bro. Let's do away with all the positive the homies staying on their necks. We killing shit so consistently. I used to think drugs was the remedy. Real facts, they all whack, they can't tend to me. It's real facts, I am someone they pretend to be. So compressed, now I'm feeling like so depressed. No one left, grew up.
Yo, I'm just giving you a hard time, Julito.
Shit, I never thought
Love
I'd
you,
ever
dog.
touch 100 racks. Let alone not needing shit when I'm spending that. Hit the store, my bros, and buy a few hats.
Damn, look at those fries,
Yo,
though.
we got a couple bundles, then we see
Hold
the
on,
stack. I
let
should
me-
have hit
let
the
me
road.
get in
back.
there.
Just bring
No,
it
this-
back. Best
Yeah, I
with
can
the
hear you.
best and the best with the hands. Too much sad
You hear
shit
me?
I'm left,
Yeah.
and I'm past all that. Let's go. I ain't here to judge you for your grind, cause I still get it all the time. Man, my life is good. Didn't have much growing up, I shine. Now I'm just living on my time. Man, my life is gold.
I'm just kidding with y'all, man. Love
Yeah, my
y'all.
life is gold.
Love y'all out there, man. I'm just, I like to give everybody a hard time.
Lots to do
Look at these
with this
fries I
never
just
enough
posted.
time. Too
They
much
look
wilder. Ass backwards and dumb
absolutely
line.
fire.
You ain't rich if you got a lot of money. I'm rich just from my friendship.
I'm just
They
kidding
know
with
I've
you.
been above
I'm just
me.
kidding with
I
you, bro.
remember in the past, friends for a
Trust,
couple
don't think I'm not
weeks.
kidding with you.
Felt like the
But
world
listen,
was
fuck
crumbling into
everybody.
something Sweet. I can't remember of the time people fuck with me. I grew up where my mom would stay up just a couple weeks. It's a lonely road to the top, just like climbing there. Problem is, there's always problems when you just arriving there. How can I run away? It's all that I
Yo,
know.
shout outs to our man,
I
Julito,
always hold it close to my
for
side.
looking out. I was just giving him a hard time, but now I got triggered and I'm gonna get stabbed. This is fucked. Yo, without further ado, though, we're gonna get started in just a minute.
Yo.
Are we good?
I think we are.
That's what I like to
Yeah.
hear.
Let's go, man. I'm ready. Let's go.
Hold on, let me see. Podcast.
YouTube also. Oh, there it is.
All right.
Check it. Gangs high,
Go.
tough talk, get you smoked. A girl at heart tossing bitches off the boat. This is psycho rap. I got a lot to know.
There it
Can't
is.
tell what you're even saying, screaming. Now your heart explodes.
¿Qué pasa, raza? We're back once again. Welcome to another episode of Taco Tuesday. Man, I'm sorry. I just like smoked a blunt. Right now I'm hella blown, bro. I don't know what it was, pero estaba buena, güey. Yeah, like I'm beyond the fucking clouds, you know. So ando bien arriba. I see. If I come out a little bit fucking chueco, I'm sorry, pero here we go. Taco Tuesday. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Gemini. Welcome to the show where we eat tacos and talk that shit. Yo, I'm hella excited, yo. For reals. Today is gonna be a really dope episode because we're having some of my favorite tacos. Because my favorite tacos are, I'll let you guys know right now what we're gonna have, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about my musical journey on how I got started with this music shit, and pretty much I'll be like interviewing myself, but I'll also be opening the chat. You know, I'm right here, you know, watching you guys. I'm watching here, watching myself. You know what I mean? Pause. So pretty much, I'll be opening the chat for you guys, so you guys could, you know, if you guys have questions for me, you know, regarding music or anything you guys want to know about me, just go ahead and drop a question on the chat, and I'll go ahead and answer that for you guys. Fuck, I'm hella blown, fool. What the fuck? I think my boy put like, he put some of that fucking that wax stuff in that blunt, and it was pretty heavy, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gone. But I told him, I was like, bro, today we're gonna talk about me on the podcast, about my shit, and then like I'm gonna eat shrimp tacos. Yeah, My favorite tacos, bro. Shrimp, because I love shrimp, bro. I'm a shrimp baby. My mom said when I was a baby, she said that she didn't give me a pacifier. She gave me a shrimp. So I used the shrimp as a pacifier. So it makes sense. I fucking love this shit. You know, plus my whole family background, they're all from a place in Mexico where we're like right next to the ocean. So we never starved. My parents never starved, as you can tell. I pretty much ate a whole fucking well at the age of 3 one time. And it was good. We made ceviche. We made everything, bro. That shit was bomb. So, yeah. So, today we got some bomb tacos, bro. Man, these are some of my favorite. I couldn't wait to eat this, bro, because like I said, shrimp. And the shrimp tacos for me are like the I mean, besides like, you know, I mean, if it's not seafood, I mean, you know, we're going to go with the pastor. You know, I know I've told you guys before that pastor tacos are my favorite. But, I mean, we're going to seafood. And I prefer mariscos any fucking day over pretty much any kind of food when it comes to the Mexican food. So if there's a restaurant where it says comida mexicana y mariscos, I'm there, fool. Pull up right there. I don't even park straight, fool. I just fucking, however I land, and I just go in there and order my food. And I'm ordering hella shit. You know, I'm ordering aguachiles and shrimp tacos, anything with shrimp, anything. I told them, bro, if it's swimed under the fucking sea, put it in my plate and I'll eat it, bro. Vale madre. All right. Oh, sorry. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna start digging into these hijos de la. And I had a small bomb. Are these from the turtles? All right. So these are huge too, fool. These are hella big. Like, remember I was telling you about the like small tortillas? Bro, these are huge. Look at that. And I bet you guys haven't, or I ain't noticing something else either. Look, it's not covered in foil. That means it's not bad. But I mean, you know, I give you guys my opinion on the last episodes about how if they're wrapped in foil, most likely they're bomb. But these are bomb too. So yeah, that was me the other episode. What I'm saying now is that pretty much these are my favorite and vale madre. All right, so I was kind of disappointed when I pulled up. They had 4 different type of salsas. All right, so they had 4 different type. 4. 2 were red and 2 were green. The only difference is nothing. I guess it was just 2 red and 2 green, and it was just like it's just extra or something. And then like, no, this red one is this, and then this red one is this, and then this green one is this, and this green one is this. And I'm just like, I couldn't really choose. I know I got kind of like sidetracked with the salsa choices, so I was just like, what's spicy? And they're like, oh, we have another one. And I was like, oh shit, another one that's not there? And they're like, yeah. I was like, so on some secret menu shit? And they're like, no, we just have another one. And I'm just like, yeah. So they gave me, so I got that one, and it was the habanero. And according to them, they keep it under the table because it's too spicy for their main clients. And I'm guessing maybe non-Mexican, pretty much. Well, quien sabe? I mean, I'm just guessing, fool. I don't know. But, you know, as for that, I got it, and I was like, you know what? I have more at home. And I actually have one that I fucking love to have with shrimp tacos, and it's actually this one. So, shout out to my mom's. She brought that all the way from Mexico for me because I was like, Mom, you got some of that Mexico lindo? And she pulled through and she got it for me. So, I got it here. So, this is pretty much the same thing. This is habanero, like homemade. But I got the one straight from Mexico too, which is really good as well. I actually got this introduced by my mom as well. And, you know, I just realized something right now. My mom got this for me in Ensenada, Baja California. My mom kind of grew up there. I think after high school, she kind of went to college there to the university in Ensenada. And where we got tacos from today is called Tacos Ensenada. That's pretty dope. I barely thought of that right now. So I didn't do that on purpose, which is really cool. So yeah, shout out to my moms. You know, moms. Shout out to all the moms. And actually, shout out to all the women today, bruh. Shout out to all the women. Bro, it's National Women's Day today, and I'm just like, it's like Mother's Day again for women, bro. I mean, not really, because not every girl's a mom, but I'm just saying, like, congratulations on your day. Y'all deserve it, man. For real. Shout out to all the moms. Shout out to every single girl out there, all of them. Y'all all beautiful. Y'all like tacos, man, to me. You know what I mean? They're all really beautiful to me. So I'm gonna add some of this also, which I should actually be adding first the other one. The homemade one. And shout out to the lady too. She was kind of weird, but I still dig it. You know what I mean? I think she was like on one. I thought she was on a Seek one. And look at that. Me vale madre, güey. I'm telling you, I'm a savage on the fucking spicy tacos, güey. So yeah, Mexico lindo. You guys can get this anywhere. You guys could go to like Vallarta or anywhere where they have hella paisa salsas, güey. And then also the limon. I mean the lime. How do you say lime and limon in Spanish? I think it's the same shit. They're both the green and the green are limon. And I'm already burping and I haven't even had one. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. I only got 3 right here on my plate. I got 4. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you guys a story. All right, so I got there and the guy's like, "Hey, what's up? What can I get for you?" You know, because first you order with the dude who's making the tacos, and then you go pay with the lady. So he's like, I was like, "Hey, honestly, bro," I was like, I want to really have fish tacos today, because you know I've had their fish before too. But I was like, I've gone your shrimp before, and I want to get the shrimp. So let me just get the shrimp. He's all right. How many do you want? And I was like, I want 4. You know. He's all right. I'll give you 4. So he starts making them and everything, and I'm waiting right there, and he just gives me one of them. He gives me one of them, and I was like, okay. And so I started eating it, and so in my head, I was like, he probably just gave it to me because he's like, here, it's something to eat while you wait. So I ate it, and I was like, oh, cool. I was like, I hope there's still 4 on my plate. And so he gives me my order. He's all right, here's your tacos. And it was only 3. So I was like, why would you make me eat my last taco? So what he did is he just charged me for 3. He didn't charge me for 4. So he gave me a free one, and I was like, that's cool. I was like, but why would you do that? Like, I still, you know what I mean? Like, it was good. Like, I appreciate it. I told him, hey, for real, thank you, man. Like, you know, I appreciate it and everything and all that. But I was just like, why would he want me to eat it here? So I was kind of like just tripping out. I was just like, maybe he was on a Seek one too. But anyways, yeah, I found that kind of weird in a way. But maybe, I don't know. I didn't complain, bro. What? If he gives me a taco or not, hey, fool, eat it right here. I ate it right there, fool. I mean, I don't know. That was just me. So I ate it, and I was all right, cool, and all that. And yeah, I didn't complain after that. All right, so I'm going to just dig in, fool, because you know me, I'm fucking hungry always. No mames. No me dio napkins,
I was just gonna say you had no napkins.
What? Okay, I'm not that worried about it. It's not a big deal, fool. It's not a big deal. When I used to go to the fucking club or the bar, my shirt stayed clean all fucking night, all nice looking shit. Not even drinks, not even girls' makeup on, nothing, fool. And then as soon as I get to the taco truck, all fucking sucio, all fucking marrano and shit. Fuck, it's the way it is. And I don't want to be rude and get up and get a napkin, so maybe someone to, oh, no mames, mira lo que me encontré, güey. Fool, I'm hella. I have a napkin in my fucking, oh man. It's not a napkin. Thought I had a napkin in my pocket, fool, and I don't, fool. Fuck it. Anyways, I don't need the freaking napkin. I'm fat. I'll eat everything. I'll eat everything that falls. All right, so that was bomb. Shrimp taco was really bomb, bro. That first bite was really good. I think, you know what he did? This one is like fried, and the one that he gave me was like grilled, so it was prepared differently. You know, this one's like breaded, and the one he gave me wasn't. It was just like on the grill. So maybe I think the grilled one would have been better, but it's still the shit. So shout out to Taco de Ensenada because that was cool right there. He probably just did it like that because he was like, you know what? You know, he was probably trying to change my mind, bro. He's like, hey, ask for it like this. Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. If she pulled out this from the bottom of the counter, like a secret menu kind of shit, I'm pretty sure that's like some secret menu shit too. That means when you go, you could order your tacos, your shrimp tacos, instead of the way they make it breaded, you could pretty much get it like that, which is really dope. So I think he did that on purpose to let me know, like, hey, but la otra que vengas, mira, get it like this. You know, I'm like, fuck. And man, there's so many things I'm just realizing right now. Shout out to Pepsi. I got a Pepsi today. Shout out to Pepsi. I'm not going to show it until they sponsor me. And I know I usually have a beer with you guys, but when it comes to the shrimp taco, I kind of don't want a pisto. I kind of want a soda.
I never been big on beer with shrimp. It's something about shrimp for me too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to certain food, I can't have beer with everything. But tacos, it's always been acceptable in my opinion because since I was young, I mean, I think I just ate tacos so many times drunk that at this point it's just normal for me to have a beer with tacos. Because I remember I would leave the club or the bar or whatever, and then we would be right there eating tacos, and I would still drink a soda, but I still had a beer in the car, and so I would run real quick to drink my beer and then run back, and then so I was doing both, bro. La madre me. All right, guys. So today, my host ain't here either. My co-host, the one that you know, Roger. Yeah, shout out to him. Again, he had to do his thing. It's understandable, like I said, but at least he don't get tacos, and that's his fault. So, but shout out to Roger though. Yo, so for real, let's get into this topic today, into this interview, and pretty much let's put it to like where you guys here in the chat. So anybody right now watching, you guys go in the chat and you guys could drop some questions about anything, anything you guys want to know about, music or pretty much anything about the show. If you guys have any questions, so just drop one on the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer for that for you guys. All right, so where can we begin? I know we could bite the taco again. Like, wait. Okay. I wish I had sound effects for all this story that I'm gonna tell you guys. It's gonna be a badass fucking story, fool. The story of Gemini. Okay. So, I'm from a very small town here in the 559, which I'm very happy and proud to be from. Many of you maybe have not heard of this town. You guys have heard of the 559, but I am from a very small town called Cutler, Orosi. It's a joint town. So our town is split into two, but it's one. When you refer us, it's two cities, but when you refer our city, it's two. There's nothing else like it. Literally everywhere you go, from like the road signs and all that, like when you're on the highway and shit, it says Cutler / Orosi, as well as our district, as well as everything. It's Cutler and Orosi. We're a connected city. You know what I mean? And Cutler Orosi has always been my home since, I wouldn't say since day one. So I was born in the city of Dinuba. Dinuba, California is about 15 minutes away from Cutler. I was born in the city of Dinuba a long fucking time ago. And I was the first of my whole entire family. That means I'm talking about I was my grandparents' first grandkid. My mom was the oldest out of how many? Five? I think she's the sixth one. So I have like three aunts and two uncles, and my mom's the oldest. Those are getting spicy food. The fucking habanero way, fuck. So, I'm the oldest. I'm the first grandkid. Now, being the first grandkid, you know, you're pretty much being the one spoiled, and you know, everybody loves you because you know you're the only kid in the family. Nobody else had kids but my mom. And we used to live in the city of Wheatley. So when my parents came from my whole family, when my family came from Mexico, they all came over here basically for there was particularly one reason why they came from Mexico, and that was for me. You know, my mom was pregnant with me, and so she's like, you know, I want to give my son a better life, and so she pretty much came over here to Mexico with the help of my grandparents and the entire family, pretty much. You know, to get over here so I could pretty much be born here in the USA. And, you know, I mean, I could have, you know, because everybody was illegal at the time. And, excuse me. And the cool thing about that is that, you know, they all now, I mean, since day one, since they got here, all my family's always worked hard, and they've always gone theirs, and they've never been the type to like, you know what I mean? We know my family. My grandpa always say there is no losers in the family. You know, we all work hard for what we want, and we maintain our families, and we maintain a big hustle, and we keep going and we keep grinding. You know what I mean? So that was always a huge thing in my family. So, you know, it was always good that, you know, since the day that I was born here in the city of Dinuba, my whole family always took care of me, supported me, loved me, and just showed me, you know, pretty much everything they knew from my family background is big in fishing. So my uncles, you know, showed me a lot about fishing. You know, my uncles were really, they're like, they're very comedic. Like they were very funny. Like my uncle, who I'm very close to, shout out to my tío Bel, Abel. He was always like a big, like even to this day, you know, he's probably like 50 something now. I don't know, somewhere around there, you know what I mean? And he still acts like he's like 18, you know, like he's super cool. So I've always been really cool with my uncles and my aunts. You know, my aunts are very, you know, they've always been like the very sweet, like very, you know what I mean? That's all they were, just very sweet and always loving, very, you know, open-minded. So, you know, I got a lot that from them, from my aunt's side and my uncles. So pretty much I got like all my personality from my aunts and uncles. So the reason I'm going so back as a baby, honestly, guys, is because this is where it started. During the time when my mom, being a single mother and being raised by my aunts and my uncles as well, and my grandparents, you know, we grew in a household, all of us, and, you know, music was a really big thing that I remember as a kid. As if I could remember any memory of me as a baby, as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old living in Wheatley, music was always big, and I could always remember the sounds and the type of music that was playing in the house and all that, because I don't know, it was always something that I remember is that it stood out more than anything, right? So my grandpa, my mom's dad, he was a singer, and his dream was always to be a singer. You know, he wanted to, you know, go big with it, chase it as a career. He wanted to be really famous on it. He was really into Vicente Fernandez, which is, you know, música ranchera. He is the el rey. You know, he's pretty much like the king of, you know, like rancheras and mariachi and all that. He's the one. And so my grandpa was so good that he could pretty much imitate his voice or like the same style. And my grandpa was pretty much a great singer. So growing up, I saw a lot of that. I remember him singing a lot of music like Vicente Fernandez, pretty much anything in Spanish he was singing. He was singing his lungs out, man. He had an amazing voice. And so I guess that is something that I grew up always knowing about my grandpa and our family too, because my uncle, the one I just told you guys, my tío Bel, he also sang. And he sang because he got motivated, he got influenced by my grandpa, which is his dad, to sing. And he also got so good that he could pretty much sing. He was almost there. I think now he's there as my grandpa. But, my grandpa, rest in peace. Quiero mucho. But now my uncle, he's the one that's just singing all the time, from karaoke's, even family get-togethers. He's always singing, and it was something that I've always seen that, you know what I mean? But when I was a kid, I never used to really say like, I wanna sing too. I never, like, at that age, like as a baby living with them, I never thought of it. Like I wouldn't try to like imitate them either or anything like that. But what I was really into, it was dancing. So I remember as a kid, I was never shy to dance. Like wherever I heard good music, because of my family, when they were not playing Vicente Fernandez, my aunt, my youngest aunt, which is my mom's youngest sister, she was like, I think when they came from Mexico and they came here, about like 17, 18, and she was in high school. I remember she went to really high with the Emperors, I believe they are, and so she was really into like the music that was popping here back in the days, which was like like the early pop music, like back in the early '90s, and she was also into like the Spanish pop and stuff too, because there was a lot of really pop music and rock in Spanish that was really popping in Mexico at the time and here. And that's what she would listen. So when I wasn't listening to regional mexicano, like rancheras like Vicente and Juan Gabriel and all that, I would be listening to the pop music. And there's this one scene in my head, right? I need to pop it up for you guys because I said, oh shit, my taco. So much into my story. So, holy shit, that was hot. Holy, that one got me right there. So, when I was a little kid, bro, I'll kid you not, I was like 3. I even remember the TV, and this song came on. Okay, I was standing in front of the TV, bro. I think I was just like whatever, standing around. I was sipping my bottle or whatever, and this song came on the TV. It was not just like the radio; it was a TV, so it was like a music video or like a TV performance, a show performance. Just the way this beat started, the way it sounded. Fuck, I'm getting the chills right now, fool. I always tell this story to my mom. Bro, this song came on, and I was just like, I think I was sipping my bottle, and I turned around, and I like, like the movies, and you fucking drop something, and you just all stuck. I did some shit like that, fool. This fucking song started playing, and I didn't move. I just stayed stuck. And I watched the whole thing, and I wanted to watch it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I just wanted to keep watching that shit. Couldn't though. I mean, it was on TV. But my aunt or somebody, I don't remember exactly, but somebody knew I love that song, bro. Because I remember I kept saying like, where's that? Play that song again. Play that song again. Like, I wanted to hear it again. The good thing is that it was a hit single back in the days. So it was a song that was barely playing on the radio. and it just it was gonna be played all the time. So I you know, I pretty much could explain myself like what song I liked, and I wanted to hear it all the time. Bro, when I hear this fucking shit right here, fool, bro, in 2 days I knew all the words, and they were dancing on it, and I was learning all the dances, bro. You guys can't see it, but bro, their swag, the way they're dressed, they're on another level, fool. Like, look, yeah, fool. Yeah, I bet you if my mom's watching right now, she's probably cracking the fuck up, bro. Yo, for reals. And so when I heard that, bro, I was just like, what the fuck? It hit me, bro. I'm still talking about it right now, 30 years later, bro. And I'm still thinking to myself, like, this shit still hits me the same. When I hear that shit, I still do the same shit. All right. So for me, if anything, it was first the beat. And I think because how hard it slapped, you know, like a lot of the 80s pop beats or 90s people, they have like a heavy like snare, like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like the Michael Jackson beats and all that, you know? So it just hit me hard. I was like, fuck, that shit made me like, you know what I mean? Like the drums, the kick, the snare, all that, bro. It just made me want to like just keep on hearing it. So it was a heavy, you know, thing that I superly embraced, and I just fucking loved it. Like, oh fuck. And so yeah, they're called Magneto. They only made like one album, and they made that song that hit like all over Mexico, all over the United States. It was called Vuela Vuela, and they pretty much went like diamond on that song. So it makes sense. But that's where it started, guys. That's pretty much where it started because, fool, when I heard that, I know that's just something I've always wanted to hear. I just fell in love with pop music. So pop music was my first love, bro. I know I love music, but I love to dance. I still wasn't thinking about singing. It was just the moves, bro. Like dancing and the choreography. And I think I learned it like as a kid, as a baby. At least tried. And I went with it, bro. My aunt got me into them. She also introduced me to some. She still loves him to this day. His name's Chayanne. He's like a pop artist too. You know, he does like R&B. He does everything. And then she introduced me to Vanilla Ice. So all this pop music, bro, Madonna, you know what I mean? And I would love certain songs, bro, honestly. And I would remember it was more because of the beat. The beat was always something that I loved. And I was like, you know what? The reason I like this beat is because it sounds different from the stuff my uncles are hearing. You know, my uncles were hearing, you know, Volver, Volver, you know, and my aunt over here, you know what I mean? So it was a whole different kind of vibe, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I love the Volver, Volver and all that too, but I just found it way doper over here on this side with my aunt, you know? And so a few years forward, my mom gets married. Yeah, my mom gets married. And she gets married to my stepdad. My dad, though. I still say my dad, okay? Because he raised me since day one, and that's my dad. I'm just, that way you guys can understand it's my stepdad. And so, yeah, you know, I was probably like 4 or 5 when my mom met my dad, and my mom got married. And, you know, my stepdad as well. Since I was a kid, he always supported me in everything that I wanted to do, but he was always a little more stronger than my mom because he was like, whatever you want to do and you put your mind to it, you do it 100%. Don't do it half-assed. Don't do it. No matter what you do, he's I don't care what you do, as long as you do it right. And if you do it right, you're going to go all the way with it and you're going to succeed. And if you don't do it right, then you might as well not be doing it because everything you do is half-assed and That's just the way we shouldn't be doing shit. So shout out to my dad for that, because since a little kid, he taught me that. So it comes out to probably, let's see, my mom married my stepdad when I was about 4. And we ended up moving from the city of where I moved out with my mom, you know, because she got married to my dad. And so we moved out to the city of Cutler. But in Cutler, we were only there for about, which is Cutler-Rosie, but Cutler side, we stayed there for only about 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And the reason we moved out is because it was really bad in the hood. We pretty much were getting our shit jacked about every day. You know what I mean? People break into our house, gangs. At a really young age, I remember seeing that. And, you know, it wasn't my dad's fault because, you know, he worked hard to, you know, buy a house. As soon as he got married, he already had a house. He bought a house, cash. You know what I mean? My dad was a hard worker since day one. He would have been racking it up. And he pretty much, you know, took us out, and we went to the city of Dinuba, and we went to Dinuba for 2 years. So when I was in the city of Dinuba, is when I fell in love with something else that for sure I would claim this. This honestly, fool, is like what I would say is like the peak of in my mind where it was born to where like I want to do this. I want to do this. I don't know how, but I want to do this for the like on like the rest of my life shit. Like I want to do this. And there was this movie. Now this is a movie. And this movie, I was a second grader. I remember I was in second grade and we were living in the city of Dinuba. My dad had bought another house. Yeah, he bought another house for a 2-story house. So we were like, oh, fuck, 2-story pad, you know? Like I said, my dad was always racking it up. He was probably trapping back in this. Who fucking knows, bro? No, I'm just kidding. He had his own businesses. He had like a bakery. And, you know, so he pretty much, he was always been a boss since day one, bro. He didn't have to trap. He was trapping bread and tacos. That was his trap. Anyways, so second grade, this movie comes out. You know, I'm a kid, second grade. I can't say how old am I. Second grade, on the top of my head, I don't know. I'm going to say 7, 6. I watched this movie, bro, and it's a Disney movie. All right? Yeah, it's a Disney movie, fool. I'm in second grade, fool. Come on. You know, some of you guys still watch Disney movies, you know? Why am I gonna lie? There's some hard-ass fucking Disney movies, fool. Fuck. What the hell? Moana was a shit. Toy Story. I mean, Toy Story is not Disney. Fuck. You know, all those movies are cool, bro. I love all those Disney movies. Especially, you know, my son, I'll be watching that shit hella stuck on. They're like good-ass movies, too, bro. Like, I wouldn't think they're good, but they're badass movies. So, shout out to Disney. Badass movies. So, I saw this movie, and this movie, pretty much for me, bro, as a kid, again, because remember I had that moment where I was stuck in front of the TV, you know, just like, oh, shit. Like, you know, it happened again. But this time, it put it in my head. Oh, I could do that. So I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like it kind of explained it to me on how to do it. Like how I could be a pop star. Like how can I be, how do you become one of those? You know what I mean? I never knew the whole like how to become an artist or where do they come from or like, you know what I mean? This shit right here, bro. If you guys can hear it. Pull that shit up. Listen to this shit, fool.
We can't hear it, but at least it's definitely, we know what you're trying to show us. Stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud.
Yeah, bro.
I love the Goofy movie, bro.
Okay, Let me tell you, fool. When I saw that movie, okay, if you've seen the movie, the part is pretty much it's a Goofy movie. That's the name of the movie. It's called a Goofy movie. It's a Goofy movie from Disney. You know, the dog. And in the movie, he has a son, and he's a single father. There's no mom in the picture. And his son is like, you know, like a sophomore in high school or some shit like that. And he's really like he's like this artist. He's like the Michael Jackson during the time in the movie. He's like the Michael Jackson, but they call him Powerline. He's a whole different thing from Michael Jackson. You know, the suit, like they created a dope artist for the movie. I love Powerline. You know what I mean? So he pretty much what he does is there's like a high school rally going on, and he loves this artist so much. You know, he learned his moves. He knows how to lip sync all his music. He knows all his words. He had the clothes, he had the glasses, and he had the look. He looked just like him. So what he did is during the high school rally when his principal was gonna do like the speech or something, you know, talk kids about like staying in school and shit. He takes over. He hijacks the show, bro, and he makes like the principal fall through this hole on the floor. Like he pulls this this lever, and he goes through the floor, and he comes out dancing, you know, and he's doing it all for this girl that he really likes. This girl that he really likes, he's really shy to talk to her as him, you know, because he's a goofy. But he's like, maybe if I'm Powerline, because everybody loves Powerline. I know she loves Powerline as much as I do. So I'm gonna do this so maybe she could like me, and maybe I could get her to like me and maybe become my girlfriend. So he does that. He takes over the show. Above the crowd. So he takes over the show, bro. Fuck, that shit's hella spicy. He takes over the show, and that was it. I was like, fuck. I could do that. I want to do that. But I was like, I'm only a second grader. I'm only a second grader. I don't go to high school, and you know, I can't do shit like that. I was like, so what do I do? I fell in love with Powerline, the Goofy movie. And so my first my first person artist that I fell in love with, bro, to idolize was Powerline. You know, besides Magneto, but I'm saying as in this is what made me want to say bro, I want to get on stage. I want to do what he do, and I want to impress all the girls, bro. I want all the girls to yell out for me like that, just like in the movie. And that's the way to do it. Holy shit, I should have done it a long time ago. So what do I do, bro? I remember I told my mom, bro, I was a kid, second grade. I was telling my mom, buy me this yellow jumpsuit because I need to make a costume out of it. She couldn't afford the yellow jumpsuit, but she bought me the yellow, it was like a yellow sweater, like a crew neck, and with the yellow pants. And I was like, dope, that looks just like it. And I had a green marker, and I painted his logo on my thing. And then I even had the glasses that looked almost like his and stuff, because he had this really cool glasses on. And I'm like, bruh, that's tight. I'm Powerline already. So I learned everything, bro. I learned the moves. I learned the song. I remember my mom even bought me the tape as a kid. She bought me the tape, and so I had the song on me at all times, bro. So I was Powerline already. So that's second grade. 2 to 3 years later, I'm in the fourth grade. Yeah, till 2 years later, I'm in the fourth grade. God damn it. And when I'm in the fourth grade, we have a talent show. So in the talent show, I was like, all right, wait, I kind of skipped a big part, but from the time of second grade to fourth grade in the talent show, I was still dancing all that time. But I was doing choreography / breakdancing. But I wasn't really too much into breakdancing. I was more into the Michael Jackson moves and stuff like that, choreography stuff. You know, because I always thought breakdancing was too crazy for me. It's not even dancing. It was more what is it called? The acrobatic, whatever they call that shit. That's how I saw B-boy. I already had seen it, but it was it was too crazy for me. I like more of the choreography, Michael Jackson and stuff like that. So, you know, from second grade to fourth grade, I was dancing, bro. Choreography shit. I mean, you can tell my parents, I was really into dancing. I learned how to dance hella badass. So when it came to 4th grade to the talent show, and we knew we were gonna have a talent show, bro, my moment came, bro. I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. The only thing that sucks, I grew, bro. Like, I didn't have that yellow suit anymore. So I was like, man, what am I gonna do? So what I did, I was like, okay, I want to dance to this song. I don't have the clothes. Oh well, I can still do it. So what I ended up doing, I dressed up as another outfit that he dressed up as in the movie, and it worked. Bro, I did the whole song at the talent show. Everybody went nuts. Nobody knew that I could dance the way I danced, and I almost won. I almost won, fool. I got 2nd place. And I know it's because I didn't have the suit. If I would have had the suit and the glasses, I think I might have the glasses. But if I would have had the suit and all that, I guarantee you I would have took 1st place. Because I think it was just everybody's reaction, because I never danced in school. It wasn't shy. It was just like there was music. I wouldn't just bust out dancing. I think I would do like little moves, like I remember I would do like the thing on my neck and just, but nobody would really pay attention to it. So when I finally actually danced at the talent show, the whole song, bro, I still remember that image in my head, being on stage, and as soon as the song came on, everybody knew what's up. I started dancing, and I remember people just getting off their seats, screaming, bro. And it was the best feeling ever. The fact of fucking like just like the surprise look they had on their face, and not just that, I did it really good, and I blew them away, bro. Even the teachers and all that, but I got taken out by real breakdancers. All right, so the guys that won 1st place were my friends. They're homies of mine, but they were in another class. And they were poppers, b-boys, poppers. You know, they were more into the popping. They beat me. And, I was like, fuck, they took me out. That year, I said, I'm going to start popping. I started breakdancing, bro. So what I did, I learned how to pop in 1 year. Not just pop, b-boy. I was doing windmills, head spins, all that shit, fool. And I wasn't like a skinny kid. I was still a chubby kid, and I was doing all those moves, bro. You can ask my mom. Mom knows all that shit. I don't have a lot of pictures or videos of it, but you know what I mean? I did it a lot, because, during those times, my parents were still like hella Mexican as fuck. So like that kind of dancing was like not weird, but it was like funny to them. So when I would do like a woman, would be like, oh, but then they're like, this was a kid. He could do anything. So I learned how to break dance. I learned how to pop, and I got really heavy into the freestyle music, like the popping music, like Planet Rock and, Electric Boogaloos, all those, all that dope music, popping music from back in the days. So I went from pop music to the freestyle to like house, very fast paced beats. And those were kind of like the beats that I really started falling in love with because of the dance. So coming into 5th grade, we have another talent show again. And I was like, this year I'm not doing no goofy movie again. I was like, I need to do some popping up there. But I was like, you know what? And I always been like this. I was like, I don't want to do the same shit they did. Because in my head, I thought I was going to come in like that. You know what? I'm going to come in popping. I'm going to do that, And I was like, I got to do something different. So what I did is during that time in 5th grade, the movie Men in Black came out. Will Smith. First rapper that I ever listened to, bro. Will Smith made a song to that movie called Men in Black. Here come the Men in Black, Men in Black. Okay. When I heard that song, but when I heard Will Smith rapping on it, fool, it blew my mind away. Because now I fell in love with rap, with a rapper. And it was Will Smith. You know, before I remember it was Vanilla Ice, but I think it was just too much into the beat. But, you know, you guys can say Vanilla Ice, but Will Smith is the one that it popped in my head like, oh, rap. This guy can rap. So I used that song for the 5th grade talent show. And I was like, I'm going to pop to this song. I'm going to wear a suit. And I remember the year before that, I had done my first communion. So I had an all black tuxedo. And I had the black fucking tie and everything. I was like, bro, I have the whole suit. So I put on my suit. I wore that at the talent show. All I had to do was get glasses. I think my dad has them. I was like, Dad, can I use them? Yep. Bro, I had everything. I remember I even made like a fake card because there was this part where I wanted to pull like a card out. When it says MIB on it. Bro, I went to the 5th grade talent show like that. I didn't go dressed like that to school. I took it. I dressed there. And I was supposed to do it with a friend of mine, but it was a girl too, and she ended up chicking out. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it all by myself. I did it 5th grade. I did what I did, and I ended up winning first place, bro. That I was just like I said, I felt like I accomplished it. I was like, I finally did it. I did what I've always wanted to do since I saw the Goofy movie. I'm a badass. Since that day, when the 5th grade talent show, and then after that, you know, the rest of the school year, everybody knew me as the breakdancer, you know, Johnny. That's my name, yeah. And so they're like, oh yeah, Johnny knows how to breakdance. He's fucking bad. You know, we'll be in the lunch line, and they're like, I'll do something, and I'll like show them like little moves and stuff. They're like, how do you do that? And then I'll just show them like little pointers and stuff. And then I started getting more people into it. You know, there was already breakdancing and popping in the day, but I just got more people into it. And so, fuck, it's running a little late. Fuck, I'm gonna try to hurry up on my story and my taco. So, we're running a little bit late too. The taquero logged it. A little bit, not that much. I'm gonna try to hurry up. So, when I was the popper, so I breakdance still, bro. From 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, I stopped. Now, the reason I stopped in 7th grade, pretty sure everybody went through this phase, but I got into the skateboarding scene. So there I go, running with that skateboarding scene with all my friends. Let's do shit till we get sponsored. You know what I mean? Like, let's be Tony Hawk out there and shit. And we were young, bro. Like, we were skating. So I kind of let go of it 7th grade. 8th grade, kind of started letting it go. Now comes freshman year. I'm a freshman now in high school. And the skateboarding scene has completely died for me. You know, I'm in high school, a bunch of older kids. I didn't want to skate anymore. It just died out. My freshman year, I pick up something else. In my freshman year, I got introduced to a dope band by the name of Linkin Park. Linkin Park blew me away. I could listen to they're like the only music where I could listen to like each song. Like, I won't put their CD and be like, oh, I'm gonna put my favorite. No, I'll listen to the whole fucking thing. All of Linkin Park's albums. That was just me. So my freshman year, I got introduced to Linkin Park. Why? Did it blow me away? In the band, they have a DJ. And in that band, they had the DJ by Mr. Hans. Now, if you guys don't know who Linkin Park is, and if you guys don't know who Mr. Hans is, go look it up. So it was a rock band, alternative band, that made rock music. But they were very heavily hip-hop influenced due to one of the dudes in the band being a rapper. but he was also the creator behind. He created the whole music for Linkin Park. So Mr. Hans, which is a DJ in Linkin Park, was a DJ, and I used to watch him, and I was like, that scratching, the mixing, the way he was, I was like, I want to do that. So when I saw Mr. Hans doing that, I was like, I know I want turntables. I want a DJ. Couldn't get one. That shit was expensive, bro. Once I did because I did my research quick, I couldn't find anything. So I was like, man, I'm not gonna get one of these for a long time. Like, I don't know how I'm ever gonna get my hands on one of these. So all I did was watch videos, and I was like, well, that's cool. I mean, as long as I keep watching, and I was learning. Like, I felt like already I was to a point to where, like, if I could, like, just get in a set someone's turntables, I would already know how to scratch, and that'll be my first time doing it. That's how good I was in my head. At least I thought. I was like, oh, you do this, the fader, all that. And so I couldn't get one, so I was bummed. And so I pretty much shout out to the chat. I see you guys. So pretty much the turntables for me were like something that I knew that I couldn't get. So in my head, I was like, I just really wanted to do something with beats. Like, I was always really intrigued by the music, the beat, instead of more of the words. It was always heavy on me. Like, I would hear so many songs on the radio, and I'll be like, that beat's so dope. And I wouldn't even know what the song was about. Could remember, like, the Aaliyah song. That one, the one with the baby sound. Like, when I heard that beat, it was a Timbaland beat. I didn't even know what the song was about, Aaliyah. And I heard that shit, I was like, that beat's so hard. So that's like an example right there. So the fact that I couldn't get turntables, it turned me into something else. Fool, I don't even remember where the first time I heard it. But when I heard a beatbox, for y'all guys that don't know what a beatbox is when you make musical percussion with your mouth. And you make pretty much drum sounds. When I got introduced to beatbox, bro, I can't remember how it came upon. Oh, wait, now I remember. Because it happened so fast. It was a kid at school. He was in my grade. And I remember I was in this classroom and I just heard somebody doing like it was really simple, like so small. And I was just like, pretty cool. Then this one time, he just did it hella good, bro. Like, he just sounded way better than he did before. I was like, bro, how do you do that? He's like, oh, you like it, huh? And I'm like, yeah, how do you do? Oh, the demon there. Did you guys hear the demon? Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, I do like it. How do you do it? Show me. And he's like, all right, this is all I got to show you. This is how I learned. He goes, I learned PTK. I was like, PTK? He goes, like the letter PTK. The P is the T is the T, and the K is the. I was like, okay. So I learned that. All I did was. And that's all I did. I was like, till it sounds good to me in my head, the way it sounded, the way he did it, that's when I know I'm good. Now, I learned that shit like in a week, I think, bro. I went from to like, you know what I mean? It was way different. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't beatboxed in a long time, fool. And I'll do it sometimes. And so I learned that shit in a week, and I went back to him and I was like, hey, look. And he was just like, oh shit. And bro, I became better than him. Because what I did is I did my research. I remember it was my freshman year. YouTube wasn't out yet, I think, from what I remember, but there was other internet sites, and I fucking learned a lot. Like I was during computer class, I'll be going on the internet and fucking looking at these videos and hearing shit. So I learned more about beatboxing than other beats by other people on like online and shit. And so I got really good at beatboxing, bro. My freshman year, everybody again, like, Johnny again, like, I mean, because you grew up with all your friends, and you know what I mean, they kind of know you from back in the day. Like, oh, I remember when you used to break dance in 5th grade, and now I'm already my freshman year. Beatboxing, and I was good, bro. Like people will be like, I'll be in class beatboxing, and people were like, "Fuck, this was good." During that time, my freshman year, something came into my presence, and it was a flyer. And when I saw this flyer, it blew me away. It was a flyer to a battle in my town in Orosi, Cutler and Orosi. I don't know what it was. All I remember, it was breakdancing involved, popping involved, beatboxing involved, DJ involved, and rapping, of course. But what caught my interest was the b-boying, because I knew more about b-boying, I knew about DJing, and I knew about beatbox. This battle went down in Orosi. It was in our Memorial Hall, the Memorial Hall, and I pretty much say goodbye to this taco. Shit, that was different. Oh shit, he didn't do one. Breaded. Fuck, the last one, fool. Okay, the battle goes down. I told my boy, shout out my boy King. I was like, King, there's this battle that's gonna go down, fool. Let's go. You have to take me. You have a car, because then I didn't drive at the time. My mom wasn't gonna take me. I was like, fool, there's a battle going. Let's go. All right, let's go. He took me. We went to the battle. We paid whatever we paid at the door, and that battle was the shit, bro. There was breakdancers. The main thing I remember was the breakdancers, and there were older people. And I was like, bro, these guys are from here in town? Where are these people from? When that battle went down and everything, and after it was over, it changed my whole perspective of, like pretty much like I could do this. Like, they're in my town. They're from where I'm from. And they're doing shit that in my mind, I'm like, that's what I like, and that's what I want to do too. The guy who threw that battle at the time, I didn't know him. And his whole crew. He had a whole crew. Has a whole crew. I didn't know him at the time. So the beatboxing and the DJing continued from my freshman to my sophomore to my junior. My junior year, I'm still beatboxing and I'm still DJing. At that time, I already had got some turntables, some really cheap ones, but I got them. So I had turntables already too, my junior year. And I met the guy who threw the battle because I knew who he was. Like, he was like like I was a kid, bro, and I remember I was seeing, I'll be like, oh, that's the guy that was popping at the battle. I think he's the one that threw that battle. Like, I put one and one together. I was like, that's the dude who put the battle together. He was a short guy, but he was really big, bulky, chubby dude. He had a long ass ponytail. And when he was popping breakdancing, he wasn't popping with no shoes. He had only socks on. So he was gliding, bro, like everywhere. Socks on hardwood floor. He was gliding, bro. He looked so smooth. So I knew who he was. My junior year, my dad, he opens a spot in Cutler, a taco spot. And I worked there my junior year. I'll work there after school. I'll work on the afternoons. So we're in Cutler. And I knew that homie wasn't from Cutler too, the one who threw that battle. So when I'm at work, he pulls up with I think after that I found out that was his Nino or something. He pulls up and I'm like, dude, that's the dude. Like that's him. Like I didn't even know his name really. And he goes, I don't know. I told him, I was like, hey, you make music, no? Or you breakdance and stuff like that? And he goes, yeah, I'm Cosmo. And now I was like, oh, Cosmo, nice to meet you. People call me, oh no, not yet. Because my name's Johnny. He goes, oh, nice to meet you. I was like, yeah, I beatbox. He goes, oh, that's dope. You know how to beatbox? I was like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, do a beatbox. Oh, this is a funny story. I was making him a burrito because he had ordered a burrito. Bro, I was so nervous. No one's ever asked me to beatbox like someone like him. It was always my friend, but not. He's like, oh, let me hear your beatbox. I was making a burrito, fool. I started beatboxing all over. The burrito was all open and I was beatboxing on it, fool. I was so nervous. I fucking beatboxed all over his fucking burrito. Shout out Cosmo. And he still took that shit. I remember like years later, he's like, yeah, I never ate that shit, fool. You fucking beatbox all over my burrito. I was like, fuck, my bad, fool. I was like, but hey, fool, just know that was one of the best days of my life. He's like, whatever. And so I pretty much I met him that day. After that, we were homies. I was like, man, I gotta stay in contact with you. Let me have your number. I kind of know where you stay because I've been mobbing through the hood and I'll see you around. He's like, yeah, that's where I live. I was like, all right, cool. And I told my boy King, he's a Filipino. He's Pinoy. Yeah, Pinoy. Hey, and I told him, I was like, hey, bro, remember that dude that threw the battle? He goes, yeah, I met him. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, yeah, like, he told me to pull through. Like, let's go to his house. Let's do this, blah, blah. Let's like, you know what I mean? So it took a few times before we were like, all right, let's go chill with them. So we pulled up on them. We chilled. We were talking. And one of the conversations we had were like, hey, whatever happened to the battle? And he was like, oh, yeah, you guys remember that? I was like, yeah, bro, that shit was dope. Like, me and King were like, that shit was dope, huh? And he goes, yeah. And then he's all, okay. I was like, when are you going to do another one? He's like, another one? I was like, you're not going to throw another one? And I don't think that ever crossed his mind. And yeah, I was like, bro, you got to do another one. So fast forward, we convinced them to throw in another battle. And this was part 2 because it was the first one. It was called the Underground Face-Off in Orosi. And we convinced them to do 2. So we did Underground Face-Off 2 the way we convinced them. And plus, we got to help them out. So me, King, and Cosmo, and a few of his older homies that helped him before, who we also got introduced to too. They're all our boys now. And we put it together. We put another battle together. So I was like part of the crew now. And so we put the battle together, and I was like, hey, can I battle at the beatbox battle? He's like, yeah, of course. So I signed up for the beatbox battle. No, I never beatbox battle, bro. Never. So I end up signing up for the beatbox battle. And when I signed up, I remember there was this piece of paper, and he's like, all right, put your name right there. I put my name, Johnny. The host at the time, I forgot who he was, bro, but he kind of looked like Chino XL. I would say that he looked like Chino XL. It was like a big dude. He had like a camel shirt, and he had like the 2 braids and shit. He looked like Chino XL, bro. And then he's like, when it came to time to battle, I was like, oh, fuck, I can't believe I'm about to battle and shit. I didn't even know, like, he's like, Johnny. Everybody else had a fucking name like FX. Like some dude named FX and some other dude named fucking Jamboree or some shit. Like, I forgot what the fuck his name is. And then he pretty much changed my name, bro. He was like, how old are you? And I'm like, 16. He's like, you're 16? I was like, because I was tall already, bro. I was like 6'2" already in high school, fucking 275. I was huge, bro. And he's like, you're fucking 16? And I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, you're a big old cat. And you know, cat is like another term for like youngster. You know, I remember a lot of people would say cat, like, oh, I know this cat from, you know. And he said, big old cat. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to call you Big Cat. And he turned around and he wrote that on the paper over my Johnny. He scribbled out Johnny and he put Big Cat. He gave me that name. But it was more just like, bro, you're a big old cat. Like, you're a big old dude. So I got the name Big Cat. And so when he named, all my friends from high school were there, bro. And like, fool, I was just like, all right. And he introduced me as Big Cat. And so everybody was like laughing. But at the same time, I was like, okay. Like, that's dope. Like, Big Cat, all right. That's dope right there. Like, hell yeah. You know, because everybody knew it wasn't a, you know, like a cat, like a fucking meow cat. It was fucking, you know, like, you know. I even changed the spelling on it. Like, it wasn't CAT, it was KAT after a while. I was like, I'm Big Cat with a K. And then, so I did the beatbox battle and I won first place, bro. Second place, there was a second and third. So I ended up getting first. And I was like, oh shit, like this is badass. So I won first place, bro, at the Underground Face Off number 2. And Cosmo's like, damn. Well, you know, because I was part of the same crew, and it kind of like seemed kind of like biased, like, oh, the same people who threw the battle are the same people who are winning and taking home the money. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not really crew yet. I'm just, I'm just, a friend of theirs, and I'm not crew yet. So I wasn't necessarily crew yet because they had a crew. It was called ECK, Element Control Crew. It was started by Cosmo. And they were pretty much like a big hip hop crew in Cutler Rossi. You know, they started from breakdancing to graffiti, DJ, all 7 elements. They're 7, yes. If you guys don't know them, highway. And so pretty much that battle led into more battles. We ended up having 9 total in like 5 years. And I ended up doing more battles and stuff, but this time I just wouldn't take home the cash. I would, I would always say, like, all right, let's use that money to pay off something, because it was still like kind of like biased of me to beat, So I remember I won a few battles and stuff with them, and then like towards like the last ones, I ended up hosting them. I was like, I'm just gonna host battles. Cosmo was like, yeah, I think you should just host battles now. You're pretty much better with the mic and stuff. So I hosted like the last 4, and throughout those battles, I ended up falling in love with something else. Now, Cosmo at the time, he was already a rapper. He had that crew, like I said, has that crew, ECK, but he had a rap group, him and 2 other homies that are from the crew, and they were called ERA, Explicit Rap Artists. And during that time, they released an album. One of the guys, his name is Severe. Shout out Severe. He made all the beats for that album because he's still a super great producer. And he made all the beats for that album, so it was all original music straight from Cutler Rossi. That album is the reason why I rap. Cosmo pretty much is the reason why I started rapping. Now, when I met him, I already knew he was a rapper. And I already knew, he what he was doing and all that, but me, it just didn't catch my attention. The reason why during that time it didn't catch my attention is because when we would have like ciphers, they would always be like, "Oh, we need a beat," and I was always fucking excited to do a beat for them, do a whole beatbox, and everybody would be rapping, and that was just me. I was always the beatbox guy at all the ciphers. Absurd knows what I'm talking about. Like, I was just always the guy, be like, "Hey, do a beat," because I was you tell me what kind of beat you want, I'll make it on the spot, bro. And with time, I think with the age around 16, 17, I started going through a lot of shit, just like anybody else. And during high school and stuff like that. And so I started writing on my own, low key. I started writing poetry. I would start writing poetry like in school. Because I was sad, bro. I was all fucking triste. I was all sad because a lot of shit, bro. I was fucking up in school. During that time, I really didn't have the greatest relationship with my stepdad. You know, I was always a fuck up. Like I always made fucking bad choices based on my family because you know my family came from a really, like I said, you know, nothing like that. So I was like the black sheep, to say. And so I was going through really bad shit, and I was writing pretty much like super sad songs, bro. Oh, poetry. And poetry about just me being depressed and, you know, things like that just really just like were heartbreaking. And I told Cosmo, I was like, hey, you know what? You know, no bullshit back. I told my boy King. I was like, King, I think I want to start rapping. And he's like, do it. Right away, bro. He didn't hesitate. He's like, do it. And I was like, okay, but how? I don't have beats. We could get some. Let's get some. Linkin Park. Remember Linkin Park? Bro, Linkin Park used to put a beat at the end of their albums. Because remember their hip hop influence? And they would just put a beat, like an instrumental at the end of their albums. So it was all rock music. And at the end of the song, it was like a beat. No words. I was like, oh, there's a beat right there. I know where there's a beat. So I grabbed the Linkin Park album. I think it was Hybrid Theory. And I was like, I could rap to this beat. I ended up writing to that beat. The last song on Hybrid Theory is like a beat, like made by Mr. Hans. Him and I think Mike made it. I wrote to that beat, and that was my first song that I ever wrote, bro. I think it was called, don't remember. I think it was called, it was called Step Into My Ride, bro. Bro, I hope my brother Cali is watching this shit. Cali Kid. My first song was called Step Into My Ride. And it was a song about my mom's whip. Because I pretended that shit was mine, and it was a Ford Expedition, and I called the song Step Into My Ride. If I can remember, I was all, step into my ride, because that's how I ride. Ford Expedition, always on a mission. Like, it was just like the simplest rhymes and stuff. And so I rapped it to that beat, and I wrote it and all that. And I was like, man, I need to show this to Cosmo. And like, it took me a while to show it to Cosmo, maybe like 2 weeks, you know, because I was kind of like, man, what he's gonna say and shit. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna show it to him. And so I showed it to him, and I remember like King, like when I was rapping and I was done showing it to him, like King laughed, and I think I was like, he probably laughed because like maybe the face Cosmo made, but Cosmo, he's like, that was tight. That was really good, actually. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, it was good. He's like, let me see your notebook. And I showed him my notebook. He's like, you wrote all that? And he flipped the page. He's like, you wrote that? He goes, yeah. He's like, bro, you write more than me. I don't even write that much. I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He's like, you filled up a whole fucking 2 pages. He's like, but I'm going to show you how to write music. I was like, all right. Oh. We're running this show late, guys. Sorry. And he pretty much like gave me like a confidence. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
And he pretty much he's like, yeah, I think you got it. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna continue this shit. He's like, okay. He's like, well, here's some beats. And I was like, oh shit. And I thought in the beginning, I was like, he's gonna give me beats where I could write to my own music. But the beats he had gave me were like Dr. Dre beats and, you know, other artists at the time beats, you know, and they were just, you know, instrumentals. So there were beats to music that I already knew, but it was just the beats. So I was like, okay. So I was like, but there was also other beats that I never heard either. And I was like, okay. I wrote to all those beats, bro. I think I remember writing to like Still Dre. I wrote to like the the fuck you beat. Because remember, like Dr. Dre, The Chronic 2001, they had released like a whole instrumental CD. So there was like some beats on there that I wrote like mostly to all the beats, and I had my own songs too, bro. So I had like my own version of Still Dre. I had my own version of like the I Got Five on It beat. Like I wrote so many different songs to different beats of like the most popular songs today, bro. I had my own. I remember I even wrote to the Vanilla Ice beat to the Ice Ice Baby. Like that's how much shit I used to write to. And so I pretty much started from there. Like once Cosmo told me like, yeah, it's good. Like it's good for starters, you know. Like he pretty much said like, yeah, you're gonna get better. So I took off with all that. I graduated high school. I remember I had a girlfriend at the time, and everybody just supported me since like just to keep rapping. Nobody had ever told me like, hey, just don't do it or anything. Like it was always just keep going, you know? Because to everybody it was super dope because I actually could do it and I was really good at it. So about the age of 19, I ended up dropping my first mixtape. I did a mixtape with other people's beats. So mostly none of the beats were original. But, you know, there were beats that I was like, you know what? I don't think no one's ever heard these beats before, you know, because my taste in music was very different at the time than a lot of people that I knew. And so I was like, okay, maybe these beats will work. And they did. I remember I made this song, my first song that I let everybody listen to. It was called This Is the Life I'm Living. That was actually my mom's favorite song. It was called This Is the Life I'm Living. All the time on the mic, straight spitting. Like I was like it was just a song about me just wanting to rap for the rest of my life. And then I ended up dropping that mixtape, and I was super young, bro. I think I was a senior in high school too still, bro. I fucked up. I was a senior in high school. I dropped it. All my friends knew about it. They're like, okay, this was a rapper. Yep, I'm a rapper. Let's go. So I dropped that, and then it was a 10-track mixtape, and everybody knew about it. It went all over my school. It went all over the streets in Cutler. Like everybody knew already. It was Big Cat, the rapper from Cutler Rossi. So everybody kind of pretty much knew already. It was a get-go from there. When I dropped that mixtape a year later, I started working on another one. Well, not a year later. I was still working, but it took me a whole year to drop it. So I dropped another one, and that was the one I dropped after I had graduated high school. And that one was 20 tracks. Another 20 songs of all beats that weren't mine, but I still dropped a mixtape, and that shit, again, it went all over Cutler Rossi. I remember I did a release party for it. Like I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have a party and invite all my friends, and all my homies came through. I remember even the cops had to show up and kick us out because it was too loud. So that was a dope release party. And then so that one was like at 19. And so I was deep ready, bro. I was spitting hella bars. Like I loved to rap. I loved it. I just rapped and rapped and rapped and rapped. And I was more like a writer, if anything, you know what I mean? Freestyling was for sure a thing. You know, because every time we chilled, like me, Cosmo, and the rest of the crew, we would always freestyle, cypher all the time. But writing was for sure composing music and putting music together, and that was just my shit. Like once Cosmo taught me how to like write hooks and how to put verses together, 16 bars and all that, I was like, this is a creative process, and then this is how Mo was gonna create music. So all my songs had hooks in it. All my songs had a perfect 16 bar, you know, not all of them, but you know, all of them had the 16 verse and 16 bar verse and all that. So I learned how to write good music. So all my songs had a certain topic concept, and you know, I would make really good music, not just like rapidy, so many stuff. It was always like songs that I wanted to like, oh, this tells a story about this. This song tells a story about that. This song tells a story about this. Like it was always on topic about everything, you know? Like telling stories. That was my second mixtape. That's why I called it Based on a True Story. And my first mixtape, it was called Cutler Rossi mixtape. I just called it the Cutler Rossi mixtape. And then the second one, I called it Based on a True Story. So on that mixtape means a lot to me because I wrote a song in that mixtape that song. Another fucking life-changing thing that I'll never forget is there was a song on there that I did, and it was my first only Spanish song that I ever wrote. I mean, when I first started, and it was a song called "Un Niño Sin Patrón," uh, uh, a kid without a boss, or a kid without a leader, or some shit like that. That's what it meant. Like, like a kid without. I mean, I was kind of referring to like not having like a really father role model at the time. I mean, I did have my stepdad, but there was things that were just so off. And sorry, there were just so many things that were off. Because our relationship was bumpy. I used to work with him because he had the taco spot and the bakery, and things were always like bumpy. We always bumped heads and stuff like that, and so it was totally something I couldn't understand at the time because I was so young. But with time, it kind of got better because as I got older, I kind of got to get my head out of my ass and kind of So I wrote a song about pretty much me not having the dad that I wish about the dad that I wish I didn't have, that I wish that I did have. And that song was all in Spanish, and I was like, you know what? The one that I really want to show it to is my mom, but because I want to know if my Spanish is really on point. Like, if I'm going to rap in Spanish, I want to make sure it's on point. That way everybody understands it. Because, my Spanish wasn't like super good with rap. So I was like, okay, I need to make sure. I was at work. I remember I was at work at one of my dad's taco spots. I was at the taco truck. And not that one, fuck. And my mom's like, hey, I'm gonna pull through the taco truck real quick, just to say hi. I'm on my way home right now to come see you. I was like, oh, cool, mom, we'll come by. I wanted to show you something too, so that way you can help me. She's like, all right, for sure. And then I showed up. I was like, hey, mom, I want you to hear the song, and I want you to tell me what you think about it. She's like, okay, go ahead, play it. I was like, it's in Spanish. She's like, what? And I was like, yeah, I did it in Spanish because I want my family to understand it, and I want you to understand it, that way you guys can understand the song and what I'm saying. So I played the song for her, and she ended up busting out crying. She just cried, bro. She just cried, ended up crying. And I was like, fuck. Blew fucking away. Like, hell yeah. Like, this shit's gonna make everybody cry. Like, that's what I want. And so, I mean, I wasn't like happy like that. Like, yeah, you like it? I was like, mom, are you cool? And she was like, yeah, I'm cool. It's a beautiful song. And I was like, thank you. So is it good? She goes, yeah. It's too real. Like, you're saying some real shit on there. And I'm like, dope. Like, I was just like, hell yeah, that's dope. I think I shed a tear too. And I was like, all right, mom, well, I'll see you at home right now when I get home. It was probably like around 8. My dad's taco truck used to close like around 10 or 11. And I was running that shit. And then I went home, and she had called me before I went home. She was like, hey, son, don't go to your girlfriend's after work. Because I had my girlfriend at the time. She said, don't go to your girlfriend's after work. Just come home. And I'm like, all right, cool, mom. Like, I'll just go home. And so I went home, and my mom was in the living room chilling with my pops, with my dad. And, they were just chilling. My mom was still, like, sad looking. And I was like, damn, dude, that song really fucking got to my mom. But then, like, I started thinking, maybe it's like what I said on there, the message, maybe she felt some type of way, like the way I was talking about my pops. Like, it wasn't like shit talking. It was more just like, on some like, why, like, am I being, treated differently than others and stuff like that. Like, I wish I had a close relationship with you like we used to, just some like really like, I mean, I was young, bro. I was only, like 17, 18 at the time, but it was just the way I felt, so it was really real, and so my mom's like, my dad's like, oh, your mom's just really sad. And I'm like, all right, cool. I kind of felt weird, so I went in my room. And when I was in my room, I was like, something's off. So I remember chilling. My mom walks in, and I'm like, okay, what's about to happen? And she's like, you know, that song was very beautiful. I felt your pain about how you wish you could be close with your father, and but I think it's time that I told you something that I've been keeping away from you since day one. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, I could be thinking so many different things, but I didn't know at the time. And she's like, that guy that's over there in the living room, that's not your real dad. Now hold on. When she told me that, my first reaction was like, oh shit, no wonder. Like I didn't like say shocked, like literally like the way I said it right now, I was like, oh shit, no wonder. Cause it made sense now. See, the thing is, I was too young when I was a kid. I didn't remember, bro. As I grew up, I always grew up thinking my stepdad was always my real dad. So no matter what, my stepdad did a great job at doing that. Like he always treated me as a son. But I think as I got older, things started to change. I started to speak up more. It started to be different, and I saw the differences in the relationship in which was between me and my brothers and sisters, and then me. And now that I'm where I'm at now, it's totally understandable. Everything, you know what I mean. I don't go back and say it's fucked up. Nah, hell nah. Like everything that happened for a reason, and I appreciate it completely. So just so we get that out the way. So my mom told me that, and I was like, holy shit, this makes a lot of sense now. Holy fuck, I gotta leave. So I left. I left that night. My mom was pretty much hurt, and then she was like, you know what? Just let him go. Like he needs his time. But my mom was really sad. I left. I ended up going to King's house. I was like, King, I really need you right now. King pulled through for me. I remember he even like was crying with me and stuff. He's like, dude, I didn't have my father also growing up. I'm there with you. I understand you completely. And I was like, he's like, at least you had a dad. You just been lied to that he was your real dad, and now he's not. And so that kind of was like very hurtful for me at the time. Like it just, like I just kept blaming God, like, why me? And I was just like, like I couldn't do shit. Like I was like, that's me. This is me forever now. Like I never thought I would be in a situation like this, I guess. And but now, bro, the relationship I have with my dad, because he's always been my dad, is the only thing I gotta say about my dad, bro, is that he's a fucking legend. Like, what I mean? And that, that word right there, to call someone a legend is a big thing, bro. And I'm not just saying that because he's my dad. Go anywhere around in town, bro, because my dad's a popular guy, bro. You know what I mean? When it comes to my pops, he's a legend anywhere you go. Anywhere you go, anywhere, bro. It could be Mars. It could be anywhere, bro. You're going to only hear a positive thing about my dad. About how fucking straightforward he is, how honest he is, how much of a hard worker he is, how much money he's very humble. Like he's not, showing off and shit. Like I'm pretty sure my pops is a millionaire by now, but you just can't tell. Like he still wears fucking Walmart shoes and shit. Like he barely bought a fucking Gucci belt, and I'm like, he's still wearing Walmart shoes. He's like, so. And so, but like he's just dope like that, like he's a fucking legend. He's a saint, bro, because he's never lied in my eyes. He's never lied. He's never, you know what I mean? So my pops to me is just a motherfucking legend. He's a boss, and that's all I gotta say. And I'm fucking super blessed to have him as my dad, because I wouldn't want nobody else. Like he didn't drink, he didn't smoke. He's never done that. He's never drinked or smoked. He drinks hella soda though, and he eats hella tacos, but he's never done any drugs. And you know what I mean? That's just who he is. And now he's just bossing right now, bro. He's fucking. He almost bought it. I think my mom kind of unconvinced him to not get it no more. He was gonna get a fucking 2022. What is that? Corvette Stingray. It's like $100,000 car. He was about to buy it, bro. And I was like, yeah, see, my dad has that money, bro. He's balling right now. He has a 2021. Lift the Chevy Silverado. So shout out to Pops, bro. He's came a long way. So that didn't change anything on the part where I was like,
Not a fucking napkin in sight, y'all. Put some respect on my bro. Where's the crowd at? I have a little crowd noise going off. Here we are.
and I'm still fat. Look. So my dad is the boss. That's why I'm a boss. And shout out to my real dad. I met my real dad a year later after I was told that shit. And I've been super cool with my pops too. My real dad is a fucking boss too. Just him and my mom have the differences. That shit happens, oh well. You know? But he's still my dad. So when I met my real dad, you know, just like anybody, it was weird. You know, because it was some guy telling me I love you and all this shit. I was just like, what the fuck? This fucking feels weird, like it's some motherfucking Cherry Hill can is. But, you know, through with time and stuff, even though it's been a shorter period, you know, I met him when I was 19. I'm 30 now. He pretty much, you know, in the short time, like I got really close to him. Because I finally got to see where I came from, and you know where I get my looks from and my personality from. Everything because of him, and he's a legend too, bro. Everything he does. He had his own radio show. So he had his own radio station. He's from Nevada. He lives in Nevada still. He lives in a city called Elko. And he started the first Mexican radio station out there. So he does this, what I'm doing right now, but he had a radio station. But he's like, damas y caballeros, you know what I mean? Like, esta noche vamos a tener aquí a Vicente.
Yo,
like,
that's amazing. I don't even know that. That's crazy. That's really cool, bro.
Yeah, so he had a radio show, and the reason he had that show is because he loved music too. But he also used to say, I knew I was never going to be a singer or anything like that. He's like, but I knew I wanted to do something with music, and that's what he found, and it was that. And it's because he had a voice. His voice today is worth a lot of money just because of his voice. So he still does that to this day, but it's a whole different, it's not radio no more. The radio no longer exists. He closed it a long time ago because we're talking about like the early 90s. So the whole time I wasn't with him, he pretty much had a radio show in the city of Elko. And he was the one out there, you know, talking and doing all these events, you know, all the big names that would come into town. He was the one out there. And he also got a lot into the charreria. Charreria is like the cowboy. It's like the PBR of Mexico. Professional bull riding, you know, but in Mexico, it's a whole different sport. The charreria, it's more with horses. It's like an art form, you know. And he started hosting those. Because he had a huge interest in that because he's a charro himself. But he was like, you know what? I want to take over in this game. I want to take over because there's nobody like that. So he became like the main host, like to do everybody's fucking PBR event. Like he was the dude at the PBRs, like professional bull riding, talking out there like, ladies and gentlemen, and you know, but he did it in Spanish. So he's done that for many years, and he still does it to this day. I could pretty much say he's living the dream I wish I could be living because he travels. He goes everywhere. Like right now, I think this weekend, he's gonna go like to Arizona. He goes to Arizona. He goes to Atlanta. He goes to North Carolina. He goes to Texas. He goes to Mexico. He's traveling, bro, and doing what he loves just to be on a mic. He's getting paid. They fly him out. They get him hotel rooms. They pay for his food, and he gets paid. You know, he comes back paid fat. He drives trucks during the week, Monday through Thursday, or is it Tuesday through Friday? And on the weekends, he works as a host doing those shows, and he gets paid fat for that. So, shout out to my dad. So when I found out he did that, I was like, man, it makes sense because I love microphones and I love using my voice and I love being like presentable. Like I'm not shy. I'm embarrassed. Anything to stand in front of a room full of people and talk and just chat or whatever I got to do that includes my voice. I'm 100% with it. You know, so it's always been something that I totally enjoy, and then I now I know where I get it from. You know, so once I met my real dad and everything, you know, and you know the relationship with my stepdad pretty much got back to normal. I would say, you know, we had our bumpy road, but you know everything, you know, with time it got older and stuff. You know, things ended up for the better, and you know, today I'm very happy to say that I have a great relationship with both my dads and my mom, and you know, even though you know what happened, you know, I don't blame anybody or nothing. It's just the way shit is, bro. Like it's just the way the world works. You know what I mean? It all happens for a reason. You know, it's all why we're here where we are today. Everything is for a reason. You know, I've always believed the phrase where God only gives you the battles that you can fight. So to me, that was the biggest shit that I thought was gonna knock me down to my face, because if that would have done worse, you know, on a like where it would have taken me out mentally, like, you know, on some fucking crazy shit, then I would have not been here. But you know, thanks to everybody. You know, the main person out of everybody in the whole wide world is my mom. You know, thanks to my mom, you know, because all she did was she just said, all you need is you, and you could do it. And, you know, and thanks to the help of both my dads, you know, because I have two dads, which is super dope. They both taught me to just not be a bitch. Straight up, fool. My real dad, my stepdad was more nicer with words, but my dad, he was more like, he I think he said it like that. He's like, don't be a bitch, in Spanish though. Like, don't do no bitch ass shit. Like, don't always be straight up, always be honest, always keep it 100, because the worst shit you could do in life as a man, he's all be fake, be talking all this shit, telling lies and shit. He's all, and all you're doing is making yourself look like a fucking bitch. Like, that was just the main word. And I was like, bro, I can never be nothing to that. He's like, so the easiest way to do it, he said, is just be yourself. Always be yourself. Always just be you. And don't worry about what anybody fucking else tells you. If somebody has a problem with you, oh well. Move fucking on. I mean, what are you gonna do? Fucking change for that one fucking person all in the whole fucking world? Nah, fuck that. So that heavily influenced me to be a bad motherfucker mentally, to where nothing of that shit could like take me down or anything like that. So shout out to Pops, bro. Yeah. Am I done with my taco? And I've been talking, bro. This has became a 2-hour show, fool. No mames. But it's all good though. Whoever's here with me is with me, and if you guys ain't here with me, you guys still gonna watch it later. Yeah, I finished my taco way. So yeah. So rapidy rap. You know, today I'm happy to say it, I'm still making this music shit. You know, I've gone through some journeys where like you know, I joined a few other groups after I joined ECK. I got to be a part of this one group that was really big time with like the music industry. You know, that was kind of like something for me that I was like, oh shit, this could really happen. You know, I teamed up with a good friend of mine, and we took it, you know, as far as we could, but you know, it just didn't end up working out. But the experience was a fucking amazing, bro, because I saw so much shit, heard so many shit, and that would just, to me, was super dope. Crooked Eye, if you guys don't know who King Crooked is, it was super dope that I got to be a part of his team. And it wasn't him that said, hey, want to be COB? Like, if it would have been that would have been more dope. But I was COB. I'm not gonna lie, I was COB because my boy, shout out to J-Dub out of Fresno, he started this group. He was an artist. He is an artist from Fresno, and he wanted to start this group, which is a set of four of us, with his cousin and his other boy. And you know, we took off on that. You know, we wanted to be like the Mexican Horseshoe Gang or the Mexican Slaughterhouse. If you guys don't know who Slaughterhouse is or Horseshoe Gang, do your research, because you guys are missing out. So we always, like, in my head, I was like, bro, we're gonna be the next up. Like, all I gotta do is just deliver this music, and he's just gonna give us a chance, bro, to like blow up, just to be on his channel or something. And that was just on my radar. Like, I just want to blow Crooked Eye's mind away, bro. Pause. And like, I just want fucking him to be like, oh, this fool can spit in Spanish hard. Like, that was just my goal. But you know, like I said, we had our differences. I had my experiences that was super dope. But that's still my boy Jada, and that's still my boy Rob D. You know what I mean? They're cousins. They're part of the crew. Rob D too. He was actually signed to Death Row. That shit was dope. So he was with Suge Knight for a while. That he got out and he started the group with Jada. That was just a dope experience, bro. Because that shit fucking, you know, lifted me off, because I felt like during that time I was like, oh shit, it's about to be real. It's about to get real, you know. During that time, again, another one of those where it blew my mind, where like, you know, I've always had these moments in my life where like, you know, like they're like beginning of a new chapter, like things that happen, and I know how it feels, and I know how it looks like, oh shit, it's about to happen. One of those moments where I'm not gonna forget about this, you know, like the Goofy movie and the Men in Black, you know, like talent show. So let's see. It was probably like the month when I got out of the COB situation. A rapper by the name of Snow the Product. She's a female rapper out of San Jose. You know, she's everywhere now. She's in LA, Texas. She went everywhere, San Diego. But she's still popping, way bigger now. But back in the days when she barely had, like, you know, when she was on her like the beginner rise and everybody was starting to know about Snow the Product and stuff. When I found out that she was gonna be coming to Fresno, because you know we're about 45, 50 minutes away from Fresno. When I found out that she was coming to Fresno to a place called Strummers, it's a small venue, I was like, bro, how can I get to that show and open up for her? So I ended up doing what I do. Like, if I really want it, I'm going to do it. Remember, I'm going to do it 100%, and I'm going to do it right. So I did what I did. I did my moves. I don't know how I did it. Made some calls, made some moves, called some people, made what I do, and I fucking got the show, bro. They called me and they told me, hey, congratulations, you got the show. And I'm like, holy fuck. And again, so Snow the Product comes to Fresno. I get my opportunity. I'm there at the show. I meet everybody but Snow the Product. I met everybody but Snow the Product. And honestly, it was a little bit on purpose, because me already being into this rap shit, and then like I like follow a lot of rappers and interviews and stuff. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be one of those people that just like bugs them or like trying to get clout and shit. Like if I'm super like, oh, I have to meet her. Oh, let me go meet her just for a picture. Like, nah, I wasn't like that. Like, I remember like if she wants to meet me, she's gonna come up to me. Like, that's how I thought. I still think like that to this day. But I was like, I need to get cool with her people. Like, in my head, that was me. Like, if I'm cool with her people, I'm pretty sure one of them might say like he's cool. But if it's more like where I just come up to her, I'm pretty sure it would have been a little bit off. That was just the way I thought at the time. I still do. You know what I mean? I don't like bugging nobody for shit, bro. Like, if I met somebody that I really idolize or whoever the fuck I'm really influenced by, I don't even think about a picture, bro. Like, real talk. I'm not like, oh, let me have a picture with you. I don't think about that. I'm more like, I just want to like it's not like a goal, but it's like I just want to be their friend. Like, I just want to start a friendship, and hopefully, because you know, like one person I always talk about being homies with is Wiz Khalifa. I don't know why. Like, I'm just like, you know, I watch his shit and I'm just like, bro, that fool's my homie already, fool. That fool's my camarada. Like, we holla blaze it all the time. Like, he doesn't smoke blunts, but I'll smoke papers with him all day, fool. Like, things like that. And I'm not out thinking about, like, oh, I can't wait to make a song with them or take a picture. Like, nah, I just want to chill and talk shit and rap and shit. I mean, like, just smoke, you know? Like, I'm not trying to think anything in that, you know. So opened up for Snow. That shit was crazy. Snow the Product at Strummers. I blew the crowd away, bro. Pause. You know, I pretty much being up there, bro, it pretty much put me on a place where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be famous in about a year, maybe less. Like, this is it. You know, I had good music up there. I played some of my best music at the time. I performed them, and they ended up fucking loving it, bro. The crowd fucking reacted like I didn't expect, and I think it's because of good music, good lyrics. I just blew people away, bro. Pause. And so once that was set in stone, got off stage, bro, people were like running up to me. Can I get your autograph? Can I get your autograph? Can I take a picture? Like, I was like, do they really think I'm famous? Or like, you know, I couldn't understand it. Like, I'm not with Snow. I'm from here, guys. I'm from, you know, Fresno area. Like, I wasn't telling them that, but I was like, you guys know I'm from around here. And they were like, you know what I mean? They were like, on some like celebrity shit, fool. Like, for reals, like, they were literally running, like, hey, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, yeah, like, they were kind of like, yeah, hell yeah. Hey, can I have an autograph? And I was signing shit, and I'm just like, bro, this shit's really happening right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was walking outside and shit. They're like all looking like, oh shit. Like, you know, like they just saw it goes, like, you know. But to me, it was more like, you know, this guy has something. Like, this guy has talent. Shit, move the fucking mess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that was like, okay, I'm doing it right then. I'm pretty dope there, you know? So Snow the Product, got to do that. At the very end of the show is when I finally got to meet her. I'm like, hey, what's up, so? Hey, what's up? Hey, good job, man. Thank you, you know? You too, good shit. All right. And then she told me, I'm not gonna lie, fool. She told me, she's like, oh, yeah, you want a picture? I'm like, yeah, and fuck, take a picture. So I didn't ask her for the picture. I think that maybe it was just her way of like ending it. But she's like, oh, you want a picture? I was like, yeah, all right. So we took a picture of that shit somewhere online somewhere. I still have it. And then I'm taking a picture with her. And I remember too, something that was crazy about that picture, well, that I remember is that the way I grabbed her, fool. Maybe she was scared because I was a big ass dude, but like I literally grabbed her from like her side, like from the cinturita way, from the waist, and I went like if she was some other female, fool, and she didn't say shit. Like, and it was normal for me too. Like I was like why did I do? I don't know. Maybe I was nervous or something, but I was like, for real, bro. Like, cause you know I'm a tall ass motherfucker, and she's short. And like I kid you not, bro, like right over her belt line, I put my hand and I just went, "Root," and I took a picture. And she smiled and everything, bro. Like I didn't feel the awkwardness or nothing. And she even said, "Thank you, all right, bye." And I was like, "Oh shit, I think I grabbed her a little too hard." And then later I was like, maybe she liked me. Maybe she thought I was handsome. You know what I mean? Maybe she thought I was cute. And then during the show too, the concert too, I remember because I was in the crowd and everyone was like, yeah. And I was just literally like this, just watching her. She'll be performing like, da, 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 and then she'll look at me and then go look at the rest of the crowd. And then from the corner, I feel like looking at her. Maybe she was like thinking like, why is this fool just looking at me like that? But I already met her. I already took a picture with her. But that whole time I'm like, yeah, I think she does think I'm handsome, bro. Yeah, right. And so, yeah, I got to meet Snow and all that. So that was super dope. And like I said, that day after that day was... So I took off after that, bro. I took off after that. I was gone. It was a rise. Like, I just went after that. Like, I was like, all right, I'm here. I'm part of the fucking hip-hop world. I'm next up. I'm about to fucking take over. That was in 2015, 16. And yeah, I got to continue making more music. I got way into more music and more music and more music. And then I just ended up meeting some girl. Not just some girl. I met a girl, a beautiful one, who I fucking fell in love with. I don't know how. You know, I don't know how the hell I fell in love with. It just happened. And I ended up having a baby with her and got married after the baby. And from 2015 to 18, 19. That's all I did. I was just a lover boy. You know what I mean? Like I spent more time with building and having my girl and the baby, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say like it took my time away from music, but it was just like it's something I was wanted to. It was to have somebody who cared for me, someone who I cared for as much as I do. You know what I mean? And we ended up having a kid, a baby, my beautiful son Noah, and that just from time flew. You know what I mean? Like it just happened so fast and beautiful, and I was so happy to be in that where I am still today, happily married with a baby boy, 3 years old. He'll be 4 like in 2 weeks. He's huge, bro. And hopefully working on the next one. I'm actually working on it. I'll work on it tonight again. And and fucking yeah. So here I am today. Last year, 2021, I could say I kind of took off majorly way more with the music shit because I finally did something that I've always wanted to do, and that was music videos. And last year, in the year 2021, I got to drop 4 really big music videos. For me, they were huge accomplishments. I got to work with somebody that, to me, is probably the best videographer there is here in the 559. He goes by the name of 559 Films. A lot of his videos have made it big time to the big names. Some of his videos are million views. He's worked with artists like Mozzie, a lot of big artists from like Thizzler TV up north, a lot of Bay Area rappers, and a lot of people here in the Central Valley too. But a lot of Bay Area, up north, Stockton, Sacramento, all that. He has a lot of people out there. That's where he gets mostly a lot of his clients, like a lot of his customers are out there. So you'll see his videos like on 559. I mean, on Thizzler TV and all those big platforms right now that you see, such as like Thizzler, and I think I seen one time I seen one on No Jumper. So it's kind of dope. I got to get him for my videos, and he did my videos. And for me, those videos that I did, which was the very first one that I did, which was Light It Up, which was a corrido, and I was like, man, I need to do a corrido as my first video, because even though I consider myself an MC, a rapper, whatever, I was like, corridos is the most authentic, original way I could go if I want to be super fucking Mexican, just to show people that I am, because that was my, like, that's why I say hella paisa all the time. Like, that's just my shit, hella paisa. Like, I just want to show people that I'm hella Mexican, like, culture that I like. And the reason why is because I just don't see it no more. Like, I wish I had a rapper I could look up to right now that which was like that. I mean, the closest we could be to that is probably Don Cheto. If you guys don't know who Don Cheto is, and you guys are missing out again. He's not. I mean, he's a rapper, but he's like the Al Yankovic of fucking like Spanish rap. You know what I mean? He kind of looks like me. I kind of look like him. He's super dope. He's a sneakerhead now, so he'd be wearing like a cowboy hat or like some dope fucking Supreme Air Force Ones or some shit. Like he has a crazy sneaker game, and so that's just been my goal since day one, to just be super original. And I feel like where I'm at right now with it is super original, honestly. But I'm also very heavy influenced by what today is, like with the whole trap scene, and like I love like trap beats, honestly, bro. Like that's my shit right now. Like I love everything. Like I'm versatile as fuck. I could rap on anything. But when it comes to like a trap beat, like to rap, like I rap on a trap beat all day. To write music to, when it comes to like freestyling and stuff like that, I like the boom bap kind of things. Like I still like the boom bap, but when it's time to make a song and write and make a badass catchy song, there's something about a trap beat that just was like, oh shit, okay. Because I like to turn up, like I like to go up. You know what I mean? If there's times where I want to bring people down, like, you know what I mean, their feelings and shit, I could do it. But I like to, I like to bring life into the fucking people and shit. So that's dope to me. So trap like beats is probably my favorite. But I also do corridos, corridos, tumbados, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to say corridos tumbados because that's some other shit. But you know, I'm also getting into the country. You know, country music has done something where like it just took me like to another level because man, country music is probably where I'm gonna end it at. Like if I stop making music, it's gonna be on country music. Like that's the shit that I'm gonna retire on for. Like, but I'm gonna do it my way. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have this whole different idea of how I'm gonna make country music, and it's not even close to anything you guys could think of, honestly, because or what I think in my opinion that it's never done before. You know, I mean, if I could explain it, I'd be like try to be like the Snoop Dogg of country music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of drinking going on country music, but there's not a lot of smoking. Like, I want to make that super dope. Like, bringing hella weed into the country music scene, but still super dope. Not corny because I hate corny shit. Like, I can't do that corny shit. Like, where it sounds too fucking like you just already knew it was gonna sound like that. Like hell no, I want to hit people with something new. Like it sounds good and it's new. You know what I mean? So that's my thing with the whole country thing. So, rapping in Spanish, the Spanish thing to me is probably very important. Like I said, I'm hella paisa. I'm very much into my culture. I want to embrace it as much as I can. So Spanish for me is like really something I really want to be like super Goku level on because to me there's nobody in the Spanish rap world that could rap like who's the Eminem of fucking Mexican of like Spanish rap. Like the closest we could get is probably Chulo Residente. And if you guys don't know who Residente is, do research too. Residente, he was in a crew called Calle 13. Atrévete, te, te. You know, he made a good song, but he was considered like the Eminem of like, he makes reggaeton music, you know, that's what they call it. But he also made rap. And he was like the Eminem of reggaeton, that's what they used to call him. And he actually just released something. Go to YouTube or whatever and put Residente and Bizarre Rap. He's a producer that pretty much invites other artists to his platform and he makes a beat for them and he makes them, you know, write a song and they record it right there and then and they put a video and it's like a booth, you know, they're just in a booth. And he just dropped something where he's dissing Jerry Balvin. Yeah. So if you guys want to hear that, that's just dope. Pretty sure they'll put like subtitles on there so you guys can understand what the fuck he's saying. So yeah, shout out to him. So the Spanish rap to me is very important. That's why I fucking do it. It's really fun for me because I'm like, bro, nobody's rapping like this. Like nobody's rapping like when I write music, I'm not gonna lie. When I write music and I'm writing my shit, like bars, I'm like, what would Eminem say, but in Spanish? Real talk. Like I kind of like put it in my head, like what would he say, but in Spanish? Like how would he say or rap or whatever? You know, like everything from the cadence to the delivery, the whole everything, the syllable breakdown. Like I do that with Spanish, and I don't hear nobody else doing it. Like in Spanish rap, it's always the last word that only rhymes with the last word of the bar, like only the last words, you know. And me, I was more like super technical with it, you know, like Kendrick Lamar, the way he breaks down word by word and it rhymes and like that. I was like, I want to do that up in Spanish, you know. Like if I'm good with Spanish, I speak fluent Spanish. I was like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna throw in the words we have too, you know, like our type of slang and the words we use in Spanish, like me vale madre or vete la verga or shit like that, you know. Like I use that heavily in my music because I'm hella paisa. I want to show people originally me, who I am, the way I really actually talk. You know, here on the show, you know, I talk to you guys in English, but out on the streets, bro, I talk like a pinche, like todo el puto día. Ahorita no me entienden, pero yo casi toda la mayoría del tiempo yo hablo en español y me vale madre si no me entienden. Absurd, if you could put the subtitles right there, that'd be cool. So pretty much, to me, that was super important just to spit in Spanish. And, you know, I'm not the best, but I'm still trying to get better and better every day. So, yeah, like my goal is just for Eminem to be like, oh, yeah, I know who Gemini is. I don't understand what he's saying, but I could tell he's spitting some fucking fire or whatever, whatever he's gonna say. Like, he's gonna say some shit like, I don't understand it, but I could tell and I could feel it. Like, he's barred up, like he's spitting bars, and I'm just like, yeah. And not just him, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you guys really quick. If you guys got questions on the chat, if you guys want to put a question up there, I'll feel free to answer real quick before I let you guys go, because damn, we've been on here for like 2 hours. Asher's probably asleep already on the chair, and a Jameson bottle, and pretty much the thing I liked. Oh shit. So pretty much what I kind of liked about I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so my top 5. I'm gonna tell you guys my top 5. Well, not top 5. I'm just gonna tell you guys who I really, really like and who I'm really heavily influenced by. So I already said Eminem. Obviously, Eminem is the first. Second, I would say Tech Nine out of Kansas City. Obviously, Tech Nine and Eminem. That's like everybody's fucking top. Yeah, I know fucking good MCs. A good rapper, bro. So Tech Nine out of Kansas City. If you guys don't know who Tech Nine is, again, you guys gotta know who the fuck Tech Nine is, bro. Strange Music. Strange. Yeah, I've always said if I wanted to get a record deal, it would be with them, which is impossible. I'm pretty sure they're one inside me. Tech wouldn't want to fucking sign me. Come on, bro. If he signs me, it's because I'm gonna be like watching their tour bus or some shit. So Strange Music, Tech Nine, heavily fucking, I mean, he's number 2. He's right under M. Number 3, I would say it would be, I would probably say, man, probably Will Smith. Now, because, I mean, he goes with, what I grew up on. Like, he was the first rapper that I ever heard where I actually, they're like, oh, this is rap. Like, oh, he's rapping, rhyming, you know what I mean? I knew what it was, So Will Smith will probably be running in that. So pretty sure he'll appreciate that shit, putting them under Tech Nine and Eminem. Should have been first, honestly. So Will Smith, oh, dude, this is another thing I went through with this artist. Like, he fucking changed I would say he changed my sound, like, during that time when I was hella, like, barely starting with my rapping other people's beats was, Immortal Technique. Yeah, like, I know a lot of you are like, Immortal Technique. Yeah, fool. Dancing with the Devil was not my favorite song, fool. It was other fucking music besides that. I mean, yeah, Dancing with the Devil is the first song I heard, but I have a crazy story about Immortal Technique too. But that's not why I became a fan. I heard other songs, and it was the Spanish songs. Because if you guys know, in Revolutionary Volume 1, he has a song where he raps in Spanish. He only had one song. He would say other stuff in Spanish, but there's one song he would rap in Spanish, and that shit was like super dope to me. Like, because the shit he was saying on there was like kind of like comedic, like the shit he was saying, Like, I forgot what he said. He said some shit like, me cojo ti y me chingo tu carnala, or some shit, like, like the way he said it, like, it was just, oh fuck, he made it sound super dope, and he was just a whole different level of an MC to me. So Mortal Technique is next. Who else? Notorious B.I.G. I think he probably runs, was that 5? Yeah, I would probably say, yeah, Notorious B.I.G. is probably like, I think where I kind of got like my, kind of like the style, like, because he's a big dude, bro. So like, he made Big look cool. Like, he made it look dope. So Biggie was a big fat guy, but all the bitches were always on him, and he made that shit look hella dope. But like, always dripped up, and the way he just dressed and his style, the shit he would say, I was like, man, he just made fat look cool. You know what I mean? Like, so Biggie for sure. After the whole thing with him, getting shot and getting killed, I kind of wasn't really a big fan of Biggie, but when I heard his album, The Duets, which was like a remake of, like, I think it was Ready to Die, if I'm not mistaken, and when they remade that album, the duets, I fucking fell in love with that album, and I was like, fuck, Biggie was dope, man. I remember hearing Warning and hearing fucking all his shit, bro, and I was just like, yeah, man, I missed out so much on Biggie's music when he was alive. I was like, at least I'm getting to hear it now, but yeah, Biggie was hella dope. So I'm happy I got introduced to Biggie, even though it was a little bit late, but, you know, I'm a huge fan, and I can say he's in my top 5. So yeah, I mean, those are kind of some of the ones that that to me were like very, 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 very heavily influenced for me. So, yeah, bro, we were on here for 2 fucking hours. This is a super long ass interview. I'm sorry, it was not even an interview. Fool. I'm just here fucking hella chilling with you guys. I enjoyed it tonight. You know, I was just telling you guys more about my story. The shrimp tacos were the shit. You know, shout out to Tacos Ensenada. They didn't lag out on me, fool. You know, I just wanted to get here on time, and I was a little late, but you know, we made it work. We still pulled through, and you know, we had a good time. So yeah, here I am today. Make sure you guys follow all my music. If you guys want to see the music videos, go to Gemini TV, and that's Gemini with a J, Gemini TV, one word. And you guys can watch all my music videos on there. I have about 5 music videos. I have a lot of music on there. All my music that I release, I put it first on YouTube. I'll be working on putting the Spotify together because, you know, one of the reasons I haven't put out a Spotify is because a lot of the whole deal with like beats and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm cool with the producers and shit, you know, but I want to be 100 with them, you know, so I don't want no fucking shit in the future to pop out like, you know, me some money, bitch, and then I'm like, yeah, fuck, I don't got money, so yeah, I'll make sure I'll be working on some shit for you guys for like Spotify and Apple Music and all that, but go to my YouTube, you guys can see my music videos on there, Light It Up, Mamalona, Trip Like Chalino, Orale. You know, I got hella music on there that I hella love still, you know, but I'll be having new music for you guys pretty soon, like really soon. You know, I've been working on hella shit, you know, been working on the podcast, working on building a new studio, you know, me and my wife are going to be buying a new home soon. So, you know, I'm going to have a dope ass studio for you guys set up, you know? So yeah, a lot of things on the works though. We're still on a mission, bro, you know, but we're here. And we're working, and you know, we're just gonna keep going up. You know, the world don't stop spinning for nobody. We just gotta keep going, keep hustling. We gotta keep working. You know what I mean? And just do the damn thing. You know what I mean? We are where we are today based on that fact right there. We work to where we get, and you know, hopefully all of you guys take that into, you know, take that and, you know, run with it too, you know, because I mean, everything you want to do in life, anything you want to accomplish, you got to just get up and do it, bro, because nothing's going to fall in your fucking lap. I'm just telling you that right now. If you want to get a job, you got to go look for that job. If you want a certain job that you really want to work at, you got to go get it, bro. Whatever it is, you got to get up and chase it. I'm just telling you that right now from my perspective. Anybody's perspective is going to tell you that, you know, nothing fucking falls in their fucking lap. Nothing, bro. Everything you want, it doesn't matter. You got to go and do it. You want to go fucking try the new burger at McDonald's? What do? You get in the car and you drive your fucking happy ass to McDonald's. You go through the drive-thru, you order, you pay, and you get it and you eat it and you enjoy it. Everything in life is like that, bro. So whatever you want to do, even if it is that, like the new burger, I don't know what the new burger at McDonald's is. I barely go to McDonald's. I go to the taco truck food. So yeah. Yo, fuck, man. This is a long, super fucking show. Me vale madre, bro. Absor is right here with us, too. You know what I mean? He's probably out past the heart or shit.
I'm here. Let's get it. You already know the You already know, bro.
Yo. Yeah, my fucking cooler hurts, too. But fuck it. Yo, so next week, we got a very special guest. Tomorrow, we will be having, next week on the next show of Taco Tuesday podcast show, we're going to be having our first special guest out of here, the city of Visalia. He's an artist. He's a rapper. He's MC, whatever you want to call it. Here from the city of Visalia, we'll be interviewing somebody. I'll be surprising you guys during the week and let you guys know who he is. But he's super dope. So yeah, I'm gonna have my first guest, guys. He's gonna be pretty dope. I'm gonna interview him, ask him, super dope questions, and I promise it won't be a fucking 2-hour show. I just kept going and just telling you guys my story.
You know what's crazy? I just want to speak out on that. Your story didn't get stale at any point, and I think it was thoroughly ran down because you stopped yourself before jumping ahead too quick, and you're like, oh no, wait, look, this is what it is, so on and so forth. Great show, bro. It was excellent, y'all. Real talk.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I just wanted to get my shit out the way, because, I'm pretty sure with time, some people are going to want to know more about, my musical background, whatever you want to call it. And, I just took this time on today's episode to just chop it up with you guys about my music, where it's taking me and where it is today. And, so thank you. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's late. It's already late here on my side. You know what I mean? These tacos were bought a long time ago. Shout out to Betsy. Shout out to the habanero sauce my mom got me. And thank you guys. This is your boy Gemini. Thank you guys for being here with me and having me too. Because you guys you guys were like you guys interviewed me, even though you guys, weren't really technically here, but you know what I mean? It was fun, man. Thank you, guys. It's another episode of Taco Tuesday podcast show, the show where we eat tacos and talk that. Ha ha.